That helped.
A scrying eye.
The eye's glassy black surface reflects your gaze. You sense no reaction from the unblinking eye.
All they gotta do is light up a powder and burn.
Then they're prepared to die for the absolute.
Good. Dying's the only thing they're good at.
Your scouting party has not returned, and half of the intruders escaped your guards.
Sorry, mistress. We mucked up.
Until their sanctuary is found, I will take something precious from you every hour that passes. A trinket, a tongue, a limb.
I ain't no use without my limbs. The lad'll make the prisoner squeal soon enough, I swear.
Silence now, creature, or I will silence you forever. As she turns to you, her thoughts mingle with yours. A cold hand caressing your brain. The chamber melts away to reveal a dark, endless nowhere. In it you see a vision. The drow listens as a pale-eyed young woman whispers in her ear. One of those the voice spoke of. One of the chosen. The vision fades away. A true soul? Praise be. Are you here to join my hunt? Yes, I suppose I might offer passage. But first, we hunt. Prove yourself worthy, and you will have what you seek. Worshippers of a false god. Their existence is an insult to the Absolute's claim on this region. There is a weapon the Absolute seeks. I'm sure those wretches have it hidden away there. We will find it amongst the dead and the ashes. Her excitement is palpable. She lingers on thoughts of victory, of unbelievers' blood spilled, and of the weapon. She will seize it. In the Absolute's name. You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks, it's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the goblin camp. Her mind focuses. The cultists cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp. The thief, whimpering in our dungeon, tried to flee to their sanctuary. We will continue to remove parts of him until he tells us exactly where it is. He's been resilient, but he'll talk. She is seeking the grove you visited. Already you feel her mind closing around yours. Speak, true soul. The hunt must begin soon. Tell me what you know. The Absolute will reward us with such power if we find this place. Fool! You have fallen for his lies. We know that area well. There is nothing hidden there. We will have to do this the hard way. Scour the area and hunt them down, then report back to me.
No prizes for guessing what this weapon they're
What are we
after
waiting
really
for?
is.
Spears are sharp.
The
My lads are all
artifact.
riled up and ready.
You have already
If that's the case, we've got
failed
more
me
problems than
once,
just the worms in our heads.
and now you dare to question me.
Shah's blessings upon you.
honest, I didn't.
Your life, much like your words, is meaningless, whelp. End the latter to save the former.
If you're here to help with the raid, talk to her ladyship. She's in charge.
I trust you have found the sanctuary. I hunger for battle. They are flocking to the Absolute. In sufficient numbers, they are an effective force. Expendable and willing. Tell me what you know. The Absolute will reward us with such power if we find this place. Fool! We will have to do this the hard. The village to the east. It's abandoned.
Looks that way. But scouts said that...
I trust you have found the sanctuary. I hunger for battle. These creatures have failed me again. I will deal with those responsible later. Did he tell you where his friends are hiding before he fled? Tell me what you know. The Absolute will reward us with such power if we find this place. Fool! We will have to do this the... How many raiders do we have?
Plenty of lashes, loads of hunters, and a few pariahs to carry the powder kegs.
I trust you have found the sanctuary. I hunger for battle. Then do as you will.
What are we waiting for? Spears are sharp. The lads are all riled up and ready.
You have already failed me once.
Sugan al Shukok, Otashokek doors. I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the Absolute.
By Vlaakith's blade, a geich.
Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Sugan al Shukok.
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull.
A gift.
You taste the ale on his tongue and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
Guess it doesn't matter what you are. You're a true soul. And that's good enough for me.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
This Mind Flayer's build is smaller, its garb plainer. A fearsome creature even in death, but not the one that tormented you. Yet it too roamed the Nautiloid. It would have seen you, known you.
Absolute says the dead squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
You choke on black smoke as the hobgoblin bellows his incantation.
I command you, corpse. Speak. and say sooth, Lucan ok, al koldek, shulkol kank.
The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. Your heart seizes. Under questioning, the creature might recognize you as its killer. Ragslin's mind reels, then calms. He will speak as you command. With Ragslin's voice, you ask.
What were you doing in Faerun?
Ragslin scowls, shocked by his own words, and a jolt shoots through your skull. The creature speaks in visions. A swarm of Githyanki dragon riders, silver blades held high, control panels melting, flesh pods spilled open.
Githamant. They know something.
It is like fireworks in your skull. His trust is quickly waning.
You, Gith! What do you know about this dead squiddy? The Absolute's right hand. I will stand for no lies. Right hand, huh? Sounds like word spreading. You're right. You're a real true soul. I felt it.
The corpse collapses, silent once more.
No, no! I'm not done! Riddles, all of it, and nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat. No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon. That damned Trow was right. Can't let her get all of that glory. Seems I ain't done with you. Report to the Drow. Minthara's the name. She's mounting an attack on that blasted grove. Tell her you'll join her. Praise the Absolute.
Leave me alone!
I trust you have found the sanctuary. I hunger for battle. Then do as you will.
What are we waiting for? Spears are sharp. The lads are all riled up and ready.
You have already failed me once. And now you dare to question me.
I didn't mean nothing by it, your ladyship. Honest, I didn't.
Much like your words is mean.
What you needed now? The Absolute's got room for everyone, long as you don't defy her. And nobody's that stupid. If the Absolute says to take orders from a drow, then we toe the mark. No questions. You look spiffy to me. What do you need a healer for? Well, let me know when you find one. Priestess Gut's better at causing pain than curing it.
Can't risk being in open view. Seemed you're hiding. Don't waste a step.
I wouldn't dawdle if I were you. I doubt true soul Minthara has much patience left.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
The ringleaders have to die. The very natural order of things is in danger. Thanks to them. Very well. My claws are yours.
Shall we dance?
Still breathing, despite
How about I stop following you, eh? How'd you like that?
Keep going.
Hungry for this.
Looks that way. But scouts said they heard something moving around her.
just a brief respite.
Moving in. Can't slow down. Open up.
My energy wanes. Time to rest. Time to strike. Make way. Got to move. My path be true. Take your
Too much to bear.
I am fury. I am death.
to move.
Time to strike. My path be true.
Still on my feet. Time to press ahead.
Need to stay focused. Have to keep going. Swift and lethal. Talk to me. Moving. Take you. I will ascend.
Nothing will stand in my way. What path lies before me?
Ready.
Keep a blade close.
Let's move.
They should all be running.
This will do nicely.
I am fury. I am death. Can't afford to let up. Victory awaits.
Have to keep going. Blood comes easy these days.
On the way.
Victory awaits.
Over here. Ready or no?
I will ascend. No time to waste. On I go.
Need to find a way forward. Yes, here. We'll do it my way.
What should I do? Onward.
On the hunt.
Got to concentrate. On the move.
move.
Let's end this.
I must be. Moving. Into the shadows.
I am fury. I am death.
Be quick. Let's find some prey.
Should mind my step.
Just like old times.
I'm ready. Have to keep going. Victory awaits.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Into the bloody fray!
He ended me.
Swift and lethal. Taste my fury.
Well, so much for peace.
On I go. Time to strike.
What now? Don't waste a step.
Where are you going? We have work to do. Enemies to kill. I'll wait here. Just know that you're gambling with the Grove's very existence.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company. Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know? Quite shocking. The druid Halsin had some kind of mind flayer specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close. Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible. That can't be. You're either an excellent storyteller, or you've experienced something quite exceptional. Tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter? Curious. Illithids, their technical name, form a hive mind. One shouldn't be able to hear their dark whispers unless... That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now. If what you say were true, You'd be a mind flayer by now. You? Infected by a mind flayer? Huh, ridiculous. Isn't it? Perhaps that's for the best. I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim. If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, my dear, sweet gods! I mean, yes. I suppose I can. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
Always at your side.
Looking at something? I'm looking too, but not seeing very much. Another quirk of my affliction. Preening in the looking glass? Petty vanity? Of course I miss it. I've never even seen this face. Not since it grew fangs and my eyes turned red. Is it? What do you see when you look at me? Oh, go on. Very good. Now just tell me I'm beautiful and we can call it a day. Hardly. There's also gold, sex, revenge. Quite the list, really. But failing any of those, I will always settle for shallow praise.
I promised I'd be back. Don't worry. I have things under control. For now. I see you've been using the powers the tadpole gives you. Good. But things haven't gone as you expected. You hoped a druid as powerful as Halsin might be able to remove your tadpole. But he couldn't. You're desperate to be rid of it. Understandable. But you're looking for solutions in the wrong places. It's complicated. But I'm an adventurer, just like you. Just like you, I was infected with a mind flayer parasite. Just like you, I seek to be free of it. But to do that, we'll need to think beyond local healers. Your parasite is unusual. It is wrapped in magic that prevents its removal. Until the source of the tadpole's magic is destroyed, any attempt to remove it will kill you. You were lucky that Halsin knew this. His instincts are right. The parasites are merely a symptom of a greater sickness in Faerun. I have kept a careful watch on the movements of the cult. Though the Absolute's aims are not yet clear to me, its methods are. These parasites are more than illicit spawn. They are vessels for control. The infected hear the voice of the Absolute and believe it to be a god. You witnessed it yourself with Priestess Gut. That is how the cult of the Absolute is spreading. The highest of their rank, the True Souls, carry a tadpole just like yours. It is how they receive their orders. It is what makes them obey. When the order to transform is given, it will not be a matter of days. They will be mind flayers in an instant. Were it not for my protection, so would you. I protect you from becoming a mind flayer. I cannot protect you from yourself. But I know what it is like to be burdened by forces outside of your control. We are alike, you and I. I've been trying to escape from this evil for a long time. Once, I almost succeeded. Now, through you, I've been given a new chance. You can go where I cannot, and I can protect you from that evil. If we work together, we may turn this around. Hells, they need me. I have to go. No, it isn't safe. The power I used to protect you, I stole it from someone. They want it back. I will hold them off for as long as I can, but sooner or later I will be worn down. You must discover the source of the magic that controls the parasites before that happens. The cultists are gathering at Moonrise Towers. Use the powers your parasite gives you to convince them you are one of them. And when you find the source of their magic, destroy it. Go. Our freedom depends on it.
I've been dreaming of our enigmatic visitor again. She told me our purpose was to take on this cult of the Absolute, to infiltrate its ranks and bring it down from the inside. She even offered me greater powers, the result of some manipulation of the tadpole's psionic abilities. Given the magnitude of what we're up against, I see no harm in considering the benefit this offer might afford us. Could be the only way to reach this source in one piece. As existential evils go, the Absolute certainly seems an adversary worth halting in its tracks. Any opportunities for us to indulge our tadpole's capabilities are hardly on the same scale. Trifles, when one considers the bigger picture.
I had another visit from that dream figure. I take it you did too. It claims that if we infiltrate the heart of the cult that's giving out these parasites, we'll find the answers we're looking for. It gave me another gift, too. Just like it did the first time it appeared. Rather generous, if you ask me. And while we're at it, we can see how many more of these little worms we can harvest. Now, was there anything else?
I had another dream last night. The visitor came to me and ordered me to penetrate the heart of the very cult that's spreading the infection. It gave me a tadpole gift too, just like it did the first time it appeared. I suppose it hoped this would help. At first, I thought we should avoid these gifts no matter what advantage we gain. And yet, I can't help recall the words of my father. The best plan is the one that works. These powers could be enough to edge us towards victory. Very well. If it's mind games these parasites wish to play, we'll play. And we'll win.
I had another dream. Which, I suppose, means you did as well. Whoever's reaching out to us truly does seem opposed to the Absolute, but wants us to embrace the tadpole. Venture right into the heart of the cult. Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
Another visit from the Golden Paladin. It said we'll get the answers we need about the tadpole if we infiltrate the cult. Could be, but I'm not sure either. And I'd rather rely on our wits and our weapons than a tadpole that could be up to anything in there. You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. If you got a little boost from the tadpole, who am I to begrudge you? In fact, got any going spare? You know, I think I would. Bit surprising, but I'm starting to see the silver lining of this whole parasite situation. Thanks, soldier. I'll use it well. Promise.
Another dream. Another order from that dubious visitor. It announced that we will find the answers we seek in the Absolute Cultist's lair, and offered another generous gift. A persuasive creature. It tempts us with power, expresses its admiration, its adoration. Avert your eyes whenever it appears, and do not avail yourself of this new power, no matter how alluring. You've no idea what damage it could do to us, how far into illithid madness it could drag us. Battles are won with swords, not mind games born of brainworms. The ones we fight with these cultists will be no different. And there will come a battle, of that I'm most certain. The one truth that fell out of the dream figure's cankered lips. It is a certainty. I had assumed our parasites served a Geich elder, but I believe they serve a greater master still. Perhaps. Absolute may be a mere pseudonym behind which this master hides. Whatever this voice, whomever this master, it dominates dreams and unites minds.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable. It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all. You won't find a more learned opinion on this matter, I assure you.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open and begins to prod uncertainly with the needle.
Don't fidget. The needle must slip behind your eye, not through it.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push. Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it!
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick. Volo slowly brings the ice pick closer to your eye.
Now, don't move.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And then, tap, tap, stab.
Do you feel that? I agree. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Drat!
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
There appears to be an amount of cosmetic damage. Please, try not to overexert yourself. You're in a rather fragile state at present. I can't help but feel partly responsible. Perhaps there is something more I can do. Take this. A far superior relic to that old jelly you were chained to. Try it on for size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
The ringleaders have to die. The very natural... Very well.
This way.
Seems like the best.
I will ascend.
There's an illithid parasite in that corpse. You should take a look.
These boots have seen everything.
They won't know what bit them.
No choice but to keep going.
Joseph!
What's the plan? Focus, strike true. Take your...
Behold, the dance of death.
Survival is all that matters.
Torment!
push my luck again.
Quickly.
Can't give up. Heading there. Time to deal some punishment.
Can't even catch my breath. Best be on my way.
On the move.
Did it? You actually did it! The leader's dead! Praise Sylvanus. No, that's not right. Praise you, my friend. The Grove owes you a debt beyond measure. Killing's never my first choice, but those three were too dangerous to leave alive.
You sound all but deranged by blood. But I suppose even a feral wolf has a caring hound at heart.
Return to the Grove. I'll make my own way there.
I can see to some matters there, and we can discuss what comes next amidst more bucolic surroundings than here.
On my way.
With pleasure.
Very well. Anything of use?
My eyes grow heavy. Best to make camp.
Here we go.
A welcome rest. A welcome rest.
Something's on my mind.
You think this is funny? I'll be the one laughing when things turn ugly. Safer in here than out there.
A better position.
Can't give up. Not now.
With haste.
In my best interest.
One day I'll catch a break.
Let's play.
Let's finish this.
Time to strike. Make way. You bow or you break.
Have to keep going.
You carry a Githyanki relic. I will have an explanation. Or your head.
Walk away. Now. I won't warn you again.
That artifact is an heirloom of my people. Likely she spilled Githyanki blood in order to steal it. This cannot stand!
Heirloom? Plunder from some conquered realm, more like. This artifact is the only thing keeping us from becoming slaves to our parasites. Be glad I have it.
This matter concerns both of us, kin. Shadowheart has deceived us.
Nonsense. You're just finally showing what you really are. A reaver to the bone.
Spare your indignity. Every word that spills from your mouth is worth less than the last. Incorrect. Judicious bloodletting settles feuds and roots out the weak, the deceitful.
Do you hear this, tribe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
No others. Just you and me. She carries an heirloom of our people. She must explain herself.
She is deluded. As are you, should you show her your allegiance.
The bad blood must be purged. A jewel come first light.
You mean I'd get to prove you wrong and thrash you? I love it. Get some rest, Lae'zel. You'll need it.
You had every chance to look the other way. But here we are. You chose this.
Spare me the justifications, coward.
If anyone asks, I'll say you were transforming. Don't expect to be mourned.
She's a liability. It's the artifact we need, not her.
Let me up, and I'll show you. You would have me surrender, Kin. A disgusting notion.
You had better warm to that notion very rapidly, or your journey ends here. We needn't be enemies. There's plenty of those to go around already.
What would you have? That we be friends?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But imagine what we might achieve if we channeled some of that hostility back at our real foes, instead of each other. They wouldn't stand a chance.
Very well.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.